All right, welcome back. We are ready for another deep dive.
Let's do it.
And today we've got something really interesting. This is a new YouTube series that's been making some buzz. I know you've seen the notes.
Yeah, definitely caught my eye.
So it's all about taking history education, like what we learn in classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to bring that to YouTube, like full on.
Yeah, like out of the textbooks and into the videos.
Exactly, right. And, I mean, what do you think about that? Like, is YouTube really the right place for serious history education?
Well, I think, it has a ton of potential. Like, think about the accessibility, right?
Yeah.
You could have anyone, anywhere in the world learning about history.
Right, right. No geographic boundaries.
Exactly. And you wouldn't need, like, expensive textbooks or anything like that.
That's true. And, it's not just like talking head lectures, right? From what I've seen, they're talking about using animations, like really high quality stuff.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
And even some like dramatic reenactments, which I think would be really cool.
Yeah, make it more engaging.
Right. And they mentioned using primary sources too, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, like you could have like an old letter pop up on screen or something.
Yeah, almost like an interactive museum exhibit, but on YouTube.
Exactly, exactly. And I think that could be really powerful for people, like to actually see those primary sources and connect with history on a deeper level.
Yeah, for sure. And, they're really pushing this idea of community too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment. It's all over their promo materials.
Which is smart, It's how you build an audience on YouTube.
Right, right. But it's also about more than just views, right? They want people to engage with the content, to have discussions.
Exactly. Like imagine you watch an episode about, I don't know, the Roman Empire or something.
Mm.
And then you go to the comments section and you see people debating like different interpretations of what happened or like arguing about the legacy of Rome.
Yeah, that could be really interesting, like a real exchange of ideas.
Right. And it could also help people to like think critically about history to see that it's not just a bunch of facts in a textbook.
Yeah, I like that. But it also makes me think about, the potential for misinformation.
Oh, yeah. That's the big elephant in the room, isn't it?
Right, because YouTube is so open, anyone can post anything.
Things can go viral so quickly, even if they're not true.
Exactly. So how do you think they can balance that, like, encouraging discussion, but also making sure that the information is accurate?
Well, I think, they have to be really careful about moderation.
Right.
Like maybe having historians or educators monitoring the comments section, to correct any misinformation or to provide context.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think they also need to be really clear about their own sources and biases.
Absolutely. Like transparency is key, right?
Yeah, totally. Now, another thing I found interesting was their focus on lesser-known historical figures.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too. Like they mentioned wanting to highlight women and people of color who, haven't always gotten the attention they deserve.
Exactly. And I think that's so important, right? Because history is not just about, the same old kings in general.
No, it's about everyone.
Right. It's about the everyday people, the marginalized voices, the stories that haven't been told.
And I think there's a real hunger for those stories,
For sure.
Like people are tired of the same old narratives.
Absolutely. And I think this YouTube series could really tap into that.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about.
But it's also a huge challenge, right? I mean,
Yeah.
how do you make history engaging and entertaining for a YouTube audience without oversimplifying it
Right.
or sacrificing accuracy?
It's a tough balance to strike.
Right.
But I think, if they can do it, if they can find that sweet spot, it could be really revolutionary.
Yeah, I agree. It could change the way we think about history education.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the content itself, it's also about the way they present it, like using all the tools that YouTube has to offer, the editing, the music, the visuals, all of that.
Like they can really make it come alive.
Exactly. So it'll be really interesting to see how it all unfolds.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what they come up with.
Me too.
All right, so we've got this new YouTube series aiming to bring history to life for a digital generation.
And using all the bells and whistles of YouTube to do it.
Right. It's an ambitious project, but it has the potential to reach a massive audience and maybe even spark a new wave of interest in the past.
I think so too. And it leaves us with a question, I think, for all of you listening. How do we make sure that history education on platforms like YouTube is both engaging and accurate? How do we find that balance?
That's a great question. Something to think about, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive,
Thanks for joining us.
and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.